Hey guys, hope you're all doing fantastic. My name is Dion and you're watching Reptiliatus channel. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you enjoy videos about incredible reptiles, amphibians, invertebrates, all those really cool pets. And ding the notification bell to know when my next video comes out. I post a few times a week. Awesome. Well guys, I've been making some good progress on the reptile room, and today we are doing something very exciting. Behind me, you will see that I have finished setting up a ton of leaf-tail gecko enclosures. This is a passion project of mine. I've been keeping Uroplatus phantasticus for many years, and they are just incredible animals. Their cryptic coloration, their morphology. These animals are untouchable on the cool scale, and it's an honor to be working with a group as large as I have. It's taken a lot of work to get to where I am, and I'm blessed that I've had the privilege of producing quite a few of these animals as well. So today we are going to be moving the breeders into their permanent homes here in the basement. Everything's going to be sort of temperature controlled. We have T5 Arcadia lights that are coming in, a row of the 6% UVBs, as well as sun blasters for the plants. I have computer fans coming in to blow the air and make sure that those T5s don't get too hot above the tanks. Mist Kings will be installed soon. It's gonna be a really nice setup. But for now, I thought what I'd do is show you guys a mini tutorial of me setting up the enclosures, how it works, the substrate mix, the whole shebang, give you a basic idea of the potential tank you can keep a pair of these animals in. So yeah, I hope you guys are gonna enjoy that, and then you get to see all 23 of my satanic leaf-tail geckos. Let's get right into it. I took the liberty of going out recently and purchasing tons of live tropical plants to put into the Phantasticus enclosures. So we have a nice arrangement of different plants to go into them. So, as you once saw in my crested gecko terrarium tutorial, we are going to first be placing a drainage layer into each of these enclosures with a mesh barrier. Then we're going to make the substrate mix, put that in, and then we are going to plant the tanks, and then they'll be coming along. So the first thing I wanted to do here is use a chlorhexidine solution to sanitize all the enclosures. What I've done is taken a small amount of it and diluted it with water, and we're going to take all the plants out of the enclosures and spray down the walls with it and wipe them off dry, and then maybe do a spritz of just some clean reverse osmosis water in there afterwards. But it's just to make sure all the tanks are completely disinfected before putting the animals into them, so we're going to go ahead and do that since it hasn't been done since the tanks got back from BC. So as I said before in other videos, if you are looking for a quick, cheap, easy way to get Hydroton, IKEA sells it as Odla, so you can purchase it through them. Alright guys, so as you can see by the fact that I'm wearing a different shirt, it's another day. This project has been going on for a few days now just because it takes a while, especially when I'm trying to film it all to show you. We're going to be using the mosquito screen here. I think it's a fiberglass material or nylon, something of the sort. It's not metal, so keep that in mind. This isn't a metal mesh, but we're going to be cutting and fitting every single enclosure. So alright, we're gonna go ahead and cut the screen mesh now and fit it to the tanks. I always like to cut a little bit wider than the tanks actually are, so they're sort of like a lip and it's not the exact width and dirt falls through. So I have a raised lip that I go higher, if that makes sense, lift up along the edges. Just has to cover that whole space. Alright, so we're just going to take our mesh, lay it in like so, and as you can see it definitely fits. it doesn't like look like it fits nicely. But you could even just throw all your substrate on there and bury this under and hide it, and that would suffice to keep most of the substrate from going through into the drainage layer, because we do not want that, right? I mean, it defeats the whole purpose of the hydroton if the soil can get into it. It absorbs it like a sponge, and then the whole thing's saturated. This drainage layer is obsolete unless there's a barrier between the substrate and it, if that makes sense. Okay, everybody, so if you see here, I have put a screen mesh barrier in every single one of the tanks, except for one down there because I'm doing something different with it, which I'll show you in another video. But you can see there, they're all down, and yeah, so the next thing we're gonna do is make our substrate mix. So for this, I am going to be mixing some Zilla Jungle Mix. I swear by this product, honestly. As far as substrates go, you can't really find anything on the market that you can just buy, tear open, throw it in a tank, plant, and you're set. And the plants will do just fine. Isopods will do just fine. Springtails will do just fine. It just works so well as is. It's a really great investment, but I always recommend adding some bark or other things to kind of make it more like an ABG mix. You can add your horticultural charcoal if you want to, you know, make it better, some moss, etc. But yeah, this is a great mix, has some peat moss in it, fir bark. You really can't go wrong. Great substrate. We're gonna add some forest floor, which is the cypress mulch by Zoomed, and then we have some plain old, good old-fashioned black earth that I'm also going to add a little bit of in there. Then we're going to use the Exoterra forest moss. So look at that, unity and diversity. We have 3 of our big reptile brands all together to make one substrate. It's going to be a sweet mix. This is a different strategy. Normally with Phantasticus, I only offer them branches. I want to see if using cork the way people do with like Ebenaui or Guantheri, for example. The animals generally choose to lay at the base from the inside when they're hollow. So I want to just give them that option. It would make my life really easy if I could just lift this and find eggs under it. So every Phantasticus pair enclosure is getting a cork hollow, as well as plenty of branches so that they can climb the way they enjoy doing so. this enclosure to grow in. It actually has a few different jasmine vines, hoping they'll kind of take over, and it's very fragrant. Doesn't harm the geckos at all. I've used it in the past, so this will be a really cool one as it grows in. Also really loving the moss in this corner here on the wood. Looks fantastic. Something I took back from Vancouver. Alright guys, so now the fun part starts. I have here my box of leaf-tailed geckos. So we're going to be taking them all out and putting them into the beautiful enclosures that we've just finished setting up. So this is a really exciting part. You guys get to meet all my leaf-tailed geckos. I hope you enjoy. Let's do this. Alright guys, so here we go. Time for the leaf-tailed geckos. Gently take these guys out. Now, a few of these are sort of newer arrivals, and those animals are still in quarantine. So the new arrivals are kind of going into quarantine bins, and I will be setting them up here. And I'll show you those animals in a separate video. The link will be right here. So you can watch that video there once the video comes out. If you're watching this video, the link will be there. So if you want to see those animals, the video will be there. Otherwise, we're going to be rehousing the long-term animals and captive bred animals here. Alright guys, so this is one of the first animals I want to show you. This stunning captive bred male, Uroplatus phantasticus. He is just unbelievable. I mean, look at this animal. Unreal. Now, this guy I've been pairing with this female. These lids are like a bloody nightmare to get off. This girl here, just some nice little green spots. I've had her about 3 years now. I got her as a young juvenile. So yeah, we're gonna put them together, and you know what? I think I'm actually gonna put them in this enclosure right here. So let's go ahead and do that. The first pair of Phantasticus going into an enclosure. Hey girl, you're okay. Now I'm gonna say it right away in case you haven't noticed yet. These animals do not appreciate handling. They will just do whatever it takes to avoid it. So try not to force it on them too much. Okay, go the other way. That's the way we want to go. Alright. And I'm just gonna let her do her thing. She'll get up off the ground and climb into the plants, I'm sure. Let's see our male. Hey buddy. You gonna be okay if I handle you real briefly? Look at this guy. Oh, that was a bad idea. Look at this guy. You're okay. Come on. Come on. There you go. Look at that tail. Just all around just gorgeous animals. Perfect. So no, this is not a container of dairy cow isopods as the lid suggests. You Phantasticus. This girl is, man, what a stunner. Whoo! Look at her. She doesn't want me to notice her. Beautiful animal. So we're gonna put that lovely lady in this enclosure here. And I'm just keeping track of which animal is which. I'll adjust my records after the video. There we go. Yeah, girl, that's your new home. Nice and spacious. This is definitely sufficient for a pair, and in my years of experience, I see no issue keeping a 1.1 U Phantasticus in a 12 by 12 by 18 sized Exoterra or Zoomed respectively. Here's the Zoomed model. It's a really great tank as well if you prefer the full pane of glass. So we have quite a few enclosures. To begin, I'd like to try and keep a few of the animals separate and just let them adjust before we start introducing any pairings, if that makes sense. So she's going to be on her own for now. I might pair male with her because she is ready, but I might wait a few days or weeks. Man, it's really too bad he's having a bit of a rough shed. This male is actually just absolutely gorgeous. He'll get out of this himself, but you can kind of see the patterning there. He is killer. Go for it, buddy. I'm confident he's just a little stressed by the move, obviously, and had a bad shed, but I'll give you guys a good update of him in the next few days, don't worry. And here is a lovely, darker female that we are going to be pairing him up with. Hey, girl. Can I gently pick you up there? Good girl. And she has some moss on her face. This beautiful female is going to be going solo. You gently pick her up and place her in her new enclosure. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy does it, girl. Off you go. Beautiful. This young female here is striking. So we'll gently bring her over here. Go ahead, love. There you go. Go ahead. Beautiful. Next we have this beautiful female here who's trying to make herself not visible to me, but I see you. Gonna go ahead and gently. Keep in mind, guys, these are adult animals, so this is how small they are. That is an adult female Phantasticus. There you go, love. Enjoy. Here we have a really lovely male. He was about to jump. Check out the incredible markings on this animal here. Unbelievable, truly. Okay, can we convince him to... No, come back! All right, buddy, come on. That is your home. You got this. Yeah. Good job. Woo, look at him. He looks proud in there. How's that? Nice. This is one of my favorite females. I just love that blotchy coloration. It's really unique. And she's going to be going into this enclosure here. Oh, are you okay? Look at that animal. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Truly magical. All right. There you go. This is your new home. She's like, I don't know what to do. I'm out of here. Okay, there you go. So this enclosure down here is going to be housing 2 juvenile males. This guy looks crazy cool. If you look at him, he has some really neat markings, like an interesting white blotch on the side that he's had. And his cheeks just flare right up. Beautiful gecko. So we'll put him in first. Seems like he's going to do the work for us almost. Oh, I spoke too soon. Hey, buddy. Can you cooperate with me? Look at that. Isn't that just a beautiful animal? Go ahead. Yep. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Good job, man. These animals are just truly spectacular. Truly spectacular creatures. Okay. You can just see how they navigate through the branches. It's what they were made to do. That camouflage is just unbelievable. And then the male who's going with this guy is this one right here. He's this gorgeous, gorgeous purple coloration. The camera is not picking it up at all. And here, this guy. There we go. Well, I guess this kind of picks it up. No, not really. And yeah, just so you know, I've had no issues raising 2 males together. Even 2 males with a single female, they're not really aggressive at all. I mean, as with anything, you have to watch out when you're cohabiting animals, but these guys are fine. I'll do a more comprehensive care sheet solely based on my own experiences with the species in a few weeks or a month or so. Want to do it justice and do it right. But yeah, just a quick little tip in case you're wondering, like, well, why are you putting 2 males together? They're fine. Next, we have this beautiful male. Look at this guy. Hey, buddy. Really, really pretty gecko, as you can see. Striking pattern. Yeah, before he gets too restless, we'll probably get him into an enclosure. Here you go, buddy. Go for it. Enjoy your new home. Man, I wish I could tell you guys how exciting or how nice it is to finally see these beautiful geckos of mine go into their homes. It's been a long time coming, living that bin life for a few weeks. Happy to see them get to live in something like this finally. Okay, so this gecko was given to me tailless. She's sort of like a special needs animal. You'll see by the way she locomotes, she's a little slow, but I mean, she gets by. I sometimes have to help her eat. In any case, she's definitely not breeding, of course. We're going to put her in this enclosure that had the jasmine vines with this young female. They'll get along just fine. I certainly don't have to worry about her being outcompeted for food by her. And she won't be because I feed her myself. So come here, girl. You're okay. Might give her her own enclosure at a certain point. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Awesome. All right, so this awesome male is going to be going in here. Okay, go ahead. There you go. Good job, man. Look at that tail on this guy. Wow. He's going to be killer. All right, guys, and then last but not least for now, who's going in here before I figure out if I'm putting a female with him or moving him. We're going to have this gorgeous boy go in to this lovely enclosure. All right, mister, you ready? Good job, buddy. This guy has a really wide tail. I love it. All right, there you go. Wonderful. Okay. And, well, there you have it, guys. All the Phantasticus that are suitable to be going into these enclosures are now officially housed in the enclosures. Very exciting. So, embarrassingly, I left one of the Phantasticus females at home. I forgot to bring her last night, so here she is. She's going to be going with that crazy male. If you recall, I said he was in shed and he was looking really dull. I'm going to gently pull him out here. He's just perched. So yeah, look at this male, guys. He is nuts. So I am actually going to be pairing 2 females with him. The one that you saw go in with him yesterday, and this other female. Usually the trios are just fine. I will be watching closely, but this beautiful female, very nice and dark, will be going in with him. You notice that the female has kind of large, like, chipmunk pouches or cheeks behind her neck. Those are actually endolymphatic sacs, and they store the calcium in the animal. So in some other animals, for example, crested geckos, if you were to get them to gape and open their mouth, you'd see these white sacs in the back of their mouth. They're there. Some animals kind of have them behind the neck. But on these animals, yeah, that's where they are. So at this size, they're okay. It's manageable. You just don't want them to get too engorged with calcium, but it's probably best that she has some reserves for when she starts producing eggs. So this is a gorgeous female. Should be ready to roll. And I can't wait to see what the combination of her and that crazy male here produces. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun getting to do all this and set everything up. The funny thing is, though, I have a surprise for you all. The rehousing for the animals that go into quarantine bins is coming right up. That's right. Stay tuned. Hit the link above. You get to watch it right now. 2 uploads back to back. Took a little tip from my buddy Elias. Gonna give it a shot. Hope you guys enjoy this second video. If you want to see the rest of those animals get rehoused, go ahead and hit the link now and see that video, because you don't have to wait for it. It's available as we speak. I guess as I speak. Awesome, guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Comment down below. Do you like satanic leaf-tailed geckos? What's the coolest thing you like about them? And which particular animal was your favorite? You know, you can put a timestamp or something like that. Take care, guys. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all in another video again soon. Bye.